Good afternoon, welcome to Icu Tv menus. Look at the top stories making the headlines. Hichilema reaffirms 3 million tons copper target. Zambia and Tanzania hold fourth bilateral trade meeting in Nakonde. Court hears graphic details in IBA Director Muleya trial. In international news, US strikes deportation deal with Honduras and Uganda. And in our sports news, FAZ urges Chiplopolo to reflect after early Chan exit. With the news in details, my name is Pirilu Sungu. Hichilema reaffirms 3 million tons copper targets. President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed his administration's goal for Zambia to react. Hichilema reaffirms 3 million tons copper target. President Hakainde Hichilema has reaffirmed his administration's goal for Zambia to reach an annual copper production of 3 million tons, saying the target is realistic and mining expansion and revival projects gain momentum. Speaking at the commissioning of US dollars 1.2 million S3 project, President Hakainde Hichilema critics initially dismissed the projection as unrealistic, but ongoing investments and supportive policies have placed the country on track. He cites the expansion of Kansashi mine and the revival of Mopani Konkola copper mines, KCM, Lumwana and Mingombe as key contributors of the projected output. The president stresses that growing the mining sector will not only boost export earnings but also create jobs and drive growth in industries such as transport, energy, and manufacturing. Zambia and Tanzania hold fourth bilateral trade meeting in Nakonde. Zambia and Tanzania are holding the fourth bilateral meeting in Nakonde, aimed at strengthening trade ties and boosting economic cooperation between the two countries. Zambia's techno-level co-chairperson, Dr. Simon Ngona, has stressed the need to address non-traffic barriers that continue to hinder trade and growth. He says African integration begins with bilateral agreements such as this one. Adding to the meeting, he expected the yield solutions to promote industrialization, value addition, and regional integration.
Other than the desire to nurture our historic and fraternal relations between the two countries, we have been trying as much as possible to ensure that we integrate economically. And the issues of non-tariff barriers has been that persistent pain, to achieving what we certainly need to achieve. So we are looking forward to this particular meeting where we take stock of where we are and come up with concrete action points on where we are certainly lagging so that those barriers which are inhibiting our trade and growth are certainly addressed. Co-Chair, you agree with me that the world today is not the same. We are seeing that the world is trying to close up in terms of their trade agenda. You know what is happening in the West.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Zambia and Tanzania hold fourth bilateral trade meeting in Nakonde. Zambia and Tanzania are holding fourth bilateral trade meeting in Nakonde, aimed at strengthening trade ties and boosting economic cooperation between the two countries. Tanzania's technical level co-chairperson, Dr. Simon Ngona, has stressed the need to address non-traffic barriers that continue to hinder trade and growth. He says African integration begins with bilateral agreements such as this one. Adding that the meeting is expected to yield solutions and promote industrialization, add value, and regional integration. Court hears graphic details in IBA Director Muleya trial. The Lusaka High Court has heard chilling testimony that the crime scene where the Lusaka High Court has heard chilling testimony that the crime scene where the Independent Broadcasting Authority (IBA) Director Muleya was killed looked like an animal slaughter. Testifying before Justice Vincent Siloka, farm caretaker General before Justice Vincent Siloka, farm caretaker General Muleya told the court that around 06 hours he discovered Mr. Muleya's body lying face.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Court hears graphic details in IBA Director Muleya trial. The Lusaka High Court has heard chilling testimony that the crime scene where Independent Broadcasting Authority (IBA) Director General Muleya was killed looked like an animal slaughter. Before testifying Justice Vincent Siloka, former farm caretaker General Muleya told the court that around 06 hours he discovered Mr. Muleya's body face lying in a pool of blood in Lusaka Njolo area, shortly after hearing 2 gunshots near his residence. Mr. Muleya said blood was still oozing from the deceased body, and upon moving closer, he noticed wounds on the back of Mr. Muleya's head and shoulder. The police later Police later revealed that the victim had been handcuffed. The court also heard that 4 suspects, IBA accountant Francis Chipioka, officers Buthani Busa Dokoe and Caleb Zulu, the system engineer Samuel Dokoe, and stand accused of murdering Mr. Muleya on June 23 July 2025. Following the testimony, the court conducted a visit to the crime scene at the request of the state. FQM unveils 1.25 billion SV expansion project at Kansanshi. The first Quantum Minerals Limited (FOM) has officially launched its 1.2 billion SV expansion project at Kansanshi mine in Solwezi, making the significant milestone for Zambia's mining industry. The investment is projected to extend the mine's operational life by 20 years, generate thousands of jobs, and stimulate economic development in Northwestern Province and beyond. Speaking during the commissioning, President Hakainde Hichilema reaffirmed government's commitment to fostering a conducive environment for investment. Stressing at the mining remains a critical driver of Zambia's economy. He commended FQM for the long-term vision, but encouraged the industry to increase the exploration in the updated resource areas. FQM Chief Executive Officer Tristan Pasco highlighted that the project underscores the company's confidence in Zambia's mining future. He discovered that more than 535 local companies participated in the project, with over 400 Zambian-owned, a move that guarantees strong local content and benefits for communities. The S3 expansion features a state-of-the-art processing plant capable of treating 25 million tons of ore annually, equipped with advanced technology, automation, and sustainable measures aimed at improving efficiency and environmental performance. We now take a break. Coming up, international news. U.S. strikes deportation deals with Honduras and Uganda. FARC urges Chiplopolo to reflect after early Chan exit.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Thank you for staying with us. In international news, U.S. strikes deportation deals with Honduras and Uganda. The U.S. has reached bilateral deportation agreements with Honduras and Uganda as part of its crackdown on illegal immigration, according to documents obtained by the BBC's U.S. partner CBS. Uganda has agreed to take an unclear number of African and Asian migrants who had claimed asylum of the U.S.-Mexico border, while Honduras will receive several hundred deported people from Spanish-speaking countries, as CBS reports. The move is part of an attempt by Donald Trump's administration to get more countries to accept deported migrants who are not their own citizens. Human rights campaigners have condemned the policy, saying migrants face the risk of being sent to countries where they could be harmed. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
Did you know that mental health conditions are treatable and recovery is possible? Hi, I'm Ngenia Febamoyo. I'm your host on Let's Talk Mental Health. I invite you all to this show where you freely express yourself, and together we find a solution. For more details, you can contact 0777 93 73 92, and we'll be there to help you find solutions to whatever you're going through.
Welcome back. And now, in our sports news, FAS urges Chiplopolo to reflect after early CHAN exit. The Football Association of Zambia is urging the Chiplopolo to reflect on their early exit from the African Nations Championship to use the experience to improve in future tournaments. FAS General Secretary Muchacha Shepande says it is important for the team to learn from both the positives and the shortcomings of the campaign. He notes that while expectations were high, the team's failure to deliver has been disappointing for Zambian football. That sports item brings us to the end of lunchtime news. Now, before we go, a quick recap on the stories making the headlines. Hichilema reaffirms 3 million tons copper target. Zambia and Tanzania hold fourth bilateral trade meeting in Nakonde. Court hears graphic details in IBA Director Muleya child case. International news, US strikes deportation deals with Honduras and Uganda. And in our sports news, FAS urges Chiplopolo to reflect after early CHAN exit. Thank you so much for watching. And for more news, do watch our menus at 12 hours. 20 hours.